Hello, namaste. Welcome to Upskill with Abhishek. Very bizarre and a surprising event has happened today. Angela Mathews, who was playing for Sri Lanka today, got delayed by more than 2 minutes to go for the batting. And when he reached to the ground, the Bangladeshi players appealed to the umpire that he is late by 2 minutes into the ground for batting, and the umpire gave him time out, which means he was not bowled out by anybody. He didn't play any single ball. He was timed out. A classic case of time management. You know, uh, generally it has never happened in history of the world cricket, and I think Angela Mathews will remain in the books for far reasons and beyond the comprehensions for long period of time as an exception of as an individual as a batter who has been given out because of the time out reason, that is he came to batting 2 minutes late as compared to a normal out which is there while playing into the wickets. And this reminds us, by the way, the International Cricket Council, the ICC, they have their own codes, their own manuals, and the rule number 40 of ICC manual for the Men's World Cup talks about a specific rule that a batter, will be given out if the batter doesn't reach in time into the field, and the time is 2 minutes. So if somebody got out and you are padded up to go and face the as a follow on batsman, 2 minutes is a huge amount of time. And generally, I haven't seen and have come across such instances where a batsman has got delayed more than 2 minutes and has been given out. Unlike the case of Angela Mathews, jersey number 69 from Sri Lanka, good player, but very sad affairs for him today that umpire has to give him out because of the Rule 40 or the ICC cricket code. And this reminds this conversation or this entire episode reminds of the fact that remind the fact of two things to me. दो चीजों के बारे में बताता है. First is how much you are involved in the game. What is your presence of mind in the game? Are you seeing what is happening in the ground? Who is playing there? And what is your role next? Are you ready with that frame of mind to go and bet next once that batter gets out? So are you involved? Are you serious? Are you engaged? Because you are a team member, a team player, and whatever happening, in the centers of the ground where your two of the batter are batting, and you are padded up next, आप तैयार हैं पैड पहन के जाने के लिए बैटिंग करने के लिए, तो आप गेम को रीड करेंगे ना. व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, कितने रन बन गए, क्या रन रेट से बने हैं रन, कौन बॉलिंग कर रहा है, विकेट कैसा परफॉर्म कर रहा है, क्या आपका टेम्परामेंट आपको सेट करेंगे ना. यू विल प्रिपेयर योरसेल्फ फॉर द मैच. सो वेरी सरप्राइजिंग दैट आर यू इन्वॉल्व इन द गेम, or you just sort of loafing around here and there, have no idea what is happening, and suddenly said, hey, out ho gaya hai, you have to go, and you're not even ready to go there. Or even if you're ready, you may be wailing your time somewhere else, and because of which you lost 120 what do you call, 120 seconds you have lost, which is huge amount of time to just walk across from the pavilion, which is hardly walking distance of few steps, or the dugout, which is just next to the boundary ropes, It's a matter of seconds. 120 seconds is too much for a batsman to go from, even in the lords or pavilions of lords, or you go to MCG or a big stadium in Sydney. You didn't take so much of time to walk from the pavilion to the ground. So, so first question is, rule is rule, law is law, compliance is compliance. You have to comply. 2 minutes is for everybody. You're not exception. So, are you involved? Point number one. And point number two, are you serious about time? Are you serious about time management? Are you aware of the laws and rules and regulation, how to comply them? And are you serious about time? समय के प्रति संवेदनशील हैं क्या आप? Are you concerned about the time? And of course, if you're not involved in the game, why would you even bother to be serious about the time? But if you're serious about the time, you are also involved in the game. So both are very interconnected. आप कितने इन्वॉल्व हैं उसके हिसाब से आप अपना समय भी मैनेज करेंगे. So the important learning for all of us today, with such a very bizarre kind of an incident which we have observed, is that time is essence, time is key, time is priority. Time management is important in our life, in our journey. We have many things to do. We have to handle our family, offices, our jobs, and many other things. But are we managing our time? Do we have the right amount of energies to manage our time? And if we manage our time better, it means we know the game, we are focused for the game. And I see that both the things are interconnected. And I'm sorry for Angelo Mathews today. Nice competitor, good cricket player from Sri Lanka, and has played a lot of games, have made them won a lot of matches as well. But with Bangladesh today, in Firozshah Kotla, in Delhi, and we know Delhi with the AQI levels going too high, the state of the air quality is hazardous. These two teams are playing, and in that you see such a bizarre incident, where you find a player given out without even facing a ball, without even getting out from genuine reasons while playing or making stroke making or any other of such steps. Just timed out. Came late to bat. By the time he came, 2 minutes have passed. The Bangladeshi cricketers are completely aware of this rule. They made an appeal to the umpire, and there's no choice. Umpire has to follow the Rule 40 of ICC, and he has been given out. So think over: are you involved? Aware what's happening? Are you serious about the time? And of course, this may not happen. By the way, just for the fact, ICC Men's World Cup rules talk about 2 minutes as a timeout. The MCC rule talks about 3 minutes. But we are playing World Cup. We are playing ICC Men's World Cup in India, in Bharat, in 2023. So this rule, I think Rule 40.1 says 2 minutes, timeout. Your period is over. You lost the game. You lost the plot. Today, somebody else will rule. Thank you. So be cautious. See, are you managing your time? Are we managing our time better? Are we involved? And I think if these two things are there, then of course you get the opportunity to play. आज के लिए इतना ही. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद, जय भारत.